Okay, the final part of rewards is the most exciting, maybe. That is calculating shipping costs. How does this work? You will need to know your shipping costs as soon as possible for budgeting reasons. The costs are added into the goal on Kickstarter. That means that if people are paying like a total of $4,000 for shipping, that means that that's part of what is added up to meet the goal of Kickstarter. Like if you've asked for $30,000 and $4,000 of that is shipping costs, that you've $4,000 of that 30,000 are shipping costs. But you do get to add that shipping on top of your reward levels on Kickstarter now, which is really, really nice. So it does work differently per platform, and that information is available on your platforms, but you want to make sure that you have this information as soon as possible because it is going to affect your budget a lot if you're doing physical rewards. And you'll need to know how to pass this cost onto your customer and work it into your budget. So here is your process. Figure out how much each item weighs. Figure out how much each reward level weighs by adding all those items together. Then also how much those reward levels weigh by adding the amount of how much the packaging weighs as well. Use an online calculator to determine the shipping costs. You can do these just right on the shipping websites of places like USPS, FedEx, UPS, the DHL, whatever. Or you can use a postage service like Indicia, which is the one I recommend for USPS, Easy Ship, which is Kickstarter's recommended shipping partner, who are also very nice. I've worked with them, or Stamps.com, which is what you've heard about on podcasts. Then you will know how much each package costs. Here are your shipping tips. First of all, do not guess. Do the math beforehand. The same package, I've shipped the same package for $3 and for $40. You want to make sure to estimate them beforehand and also estimate international shipping as well. Use a few different countries, Canada, the EU, the UK, and Australia, so you know all of those and you can price them out separately. Another thing for shipping is make sure to round up and maybe add a couple dollars on when necessary because there are going to be unexpected or maybe predictable price increases. So keep in mind shirts and other clothing can vary in weight. The same shirt can be 4 ounces for like a ladies cut small, but like if you got a very, very large one, it could be up to 16 ounces. Like the difference in price is amazing. So keep that in mind. Also, shipping costs increase over time, especially international shipping costs can really go crazy. So your project won't be fulfilling for a while. So it is reasonable to add money onto your estimates. Your audience understands you don't want to be in a situation at the end of your project where you're losing money because shipping, you didn't charge enough for it. Another tip, get help. So services like Indicia can help you save tons of time at the post office or store, like Stamps.com, all these websites. But mistakes still happen, and they probably will the first few times you ship something. I definitely had a few mistakes where packages were returned to me. So I would say recommend try a few sample packages. Maybe just use the service to ship something to a friend or a family member. Get in touch with the customer service. Ask questions. Before you send hundreds of packages, just make sure you're doing it right. You don't want everything returned to you. And then figure out exactly what the process is and what products you need to print and package. Test out your system, what kind of labels you're going to use. It's really kind of fun for me to now that I figured out how to ship stuff. But if you don't want to do that, there are also lots of warehousing partners that you can use. Easy Ship, like I said, is Kickstarter's official partner, and they have warehousing partners as well. If you're at really high quantity, someone like that might be a person to talk to, but definitely talk to them before you launch your project because their shipping costs will definitely be affecting your budget as well. So all of that and everything we've just talked about are going to help answer the question, how much will you be spending on rewards? And that is a question, a big question mark that we will need when we get to our next unit, which is budgeting and goals. So thank you so much for paying attention. You have a big workbook to do that goes along with this module. It goes all the way from the first unit on brainstorming your rewards all the way through shipping and building your rewards and budget and margins and everything like that. So please do that whole workbook and I will see you in the next module.